Good afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our New York studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Islamabad is on high alert ahead of crucial US-Iran peace talks scheduled in the federal capital. Authorities have deployed more than 10,000 security personnel, including police, rangers, and army troops, to ensure comprehensive protection for visiting delegations. A multi-layered security plan is now in effect, with strict monitoring of the red zone and surrounding government buildings. All entry points to the red zone have been sealed, with the exception of Margalla Road, while special routes have been designated exclusively for delegates. Officials say Blue Book protocol will be strictly enforced, placing tight restrictions even on the security teams accompanying high-profile visitors. Pakistan has also stepped up diplomatic efforts to sustain the fragile ceasefire between the United States and Iran as fresh Israeli strikes in Lebanon threaten to derail ongoing negotiations. During a high-level meeting, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir reviewed mediation progress and reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to facilitating dialogue. Officials expressed concern that continued hostilities could render peace talks meaningless, while Iran revealed it had been prepared to retaliate before Pakistan intervened diplomatically. Islamabad now remains central to efforts aimed at preventing further escalation. For more on the situation in the capital, we go to our correspondent Sarah William in Islamabad. Sarah, what's the latest?
Thank you, Chris. Islamabad is witnessing unprecedented security arrangements as authorities prepare for the high-stakes US-Iran talks. Key government zones remain under strict surveillance, with movement heavily restricted in sensitive areas. Officials are closely coordinating with international delegations to ensure both safety and smooth proceedings. There is also a strong diplomatic push behind the scenes, with Pakistan positioning itself as a crucial mediator. All eyes are now on whether these talks can hold the fragile ceasefire together.
Thank you, Sarah William, for that update from Islamabad. In a related development, Pakistan has waived visa requirements for foreign delegates and journalists attending the Islamabad talks. Officials say participants will be granted visa-free entry, including visa on arrival and simplified boarding procedures to ensure smooth attendance. The move underscores Pakistan's commitment to facilitating dialogue and strengthening its role as a global mediator at a critical moment in international diplomacy. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump has criticized Iran over disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, accusing Tehran of doing what he described as a poor job in allowing oil shipments through the vital waterway. The strait remains a key global oil route, and recent delays have left hundreds of ships waiting, raising concerns in international markets. Trump warned that continued restrictions could escalate tensions further and destabilize global energy flows. The International Monetary Fund has also issued a stark warning, saying it will cut its global growth forecast due to the ongoing Middle East conflict. IMF officials say the war is disrupting supply chains, driving up energy prices, and creating widespread uncertainty in financial markets. Even under the best-case scenario, the fund warns of long-term economic scars that could slow global recovery. In Asia, China's factories have ended a years-long deflation trend, with factory gate prices rising in March for the first time in over 3 years. Analysts attribute the increase to rising global costs linked to the Iran conflict. Economists caution that this shift toward inflation is driven by costs rather than demand, potentially squeezing corporate profits and limiting growth. With the economy already under pressure, Beijing may face limited options for further stimulus. And finally, Japan's Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi has confirmed the release of additional oil reserves to stabilize energy supplies. Officials say around 20 days' worth of crude oil will be released from national reserves starting early next month. This follows an earlier release of 15 days' worth from private sector stockpiles, with nearly 95% of its oil imported from the Middle East. Japan is taking urgent steps to safeguard its energy security. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.